Welcome back to Reflections with Emrys. Let's take a moment to see what each symbol has to offer today. Today's symbols are the horse, the rune, Ansuz, and the Om, Lish, also known as the Rowan. The horse is a symbol of freedom, vitality, and loyal forward movement. At its core, the horse carries living momentum, the kind that comes from instinct meeting trust. It represents strength that is responsive rather than rigid, power that knows when to run and when to stand. The horse also symbolizes partnership, the bond between will and direction, between your desire and your discipline. It teaches endurance, not by forcing, but by finding a rhythm you can sustain. And it reminds you that progress becomes graceful when you stop fighting your own nature. In life, the horse may show up when you are ready to move beyond hesitation and return to forward motion. It can appear when you are learning to trust yourself again after uncertainty, building confidence through small, consistent steps. You might be asked to choose a path and commit, not because it is perfect, but because it is alive for you. It often arrives when you need to reconnect with your body, your energy, your appetite for life, and let that be guidance. And it can also highlight questions of autonomy, where you need more space, more honesty, or a clearer sense of personal direction. Its reflection is this: let movement be a form of listening. You do not need to sprint to prove you are strong. Find the pace that keeps you open-hearted and steady. When you trust your own rhythm, your path begins to trust you back. Ansuz is a rune of communication, inspiration, and the voice of living wisdom. At its core, Ansuz is breath and word, the spark of insight that arrives as a message, a phrase, a real conversation. It symbolizes guidance, learning, and the way truth travels through sound, story, and sincere expression. This rune carries the energy of alignment between what you know and what you say, honesty that does not hide behind performance. It also speaks to listening, because inspiration is not only something you broadcast, it is something you receive. And it reminds you that your voice can be a bridge, not a weapon. In life, Ansuz may show up when you are meant to speak clearly, write something important, or finally name what has been sitting in your chest. It can appear when synchronicities are increasing, like meaningful lines in a book, repeated symbols, or conversations that arrive at the exact right time. You may be invited to ask better questions, to seek a teacher, or to become one through sharing what you have learned. It often arrives when misunderstandings need clearing, or when your truth needs a cleaner channel. And it can signal that your next step is open through dialogue, not isolation. Its reflection is this: speak from the truest part of you, not the loudest. Let your words be simple, clean, and kind. Make space to listen for the message behind the noise. When your voice aligns with your values, it becomes an antidote. Lish, the Rowan, is a symbol of protection, clarity, and resilient inner strength. At its core, Rowan carries a bright, guarding energy, like a steady flame at the edge of the forest. It symbolizes spiritual protection, the kind that comes from clear intention and strong inner boundaries. Rowan also represents courage, especially the quiet courage that keeps your heart open while your discernment stays sharp. It teaches clarity in confusion, helping you see what is true when illusion or fear tries to take over. And it reminds you that you can be both sensitive and well-defended. In life, Rowan may show up when you are stepping into new visibility, new work, or new relationships, and you need protection while you grow. It can appear when you are clearing old fears, energetic heaviness, or patterns that have followed you for too long. You might feel called to cleanse your space, simplify your influences, or choose what you allow into your mind. It often arrives when you are learning to trust your intuition while also staying grounded in reality. And it can encourage you to carry your strength lightly, like a charm you do not have to show to know it is there. Its reflection is this: protect your energy the way you protect your time, with intention and consistency. You do not need to fight everything, you only need to stay clear about what you allow close. Let your courage be gentle and your boundaries be bright. Your sensitivity is not a weakness when it is well guarded. When we look at these three symbols together, a clear theme begins to form. The horse brings momentum and embodied freedom. Ansuz brings inspired communication. Lish brings protection and clarity. Together, they suggest that your next movement forward is guided by honest expression and guarded by clear inner boundaries. The horse asks you to commit to a direction that feels alive and to trust the rhythm of your progress. Ansuz invites you to speak, ask, listen, and let guidance come through words and synchronicities, especially the messages that arrive with strange precision. Lish reinforces that as you move and speak, you should stay protected, choosing influences wisely so your path stays clean. The horse encourages you to move with trust. Ansuz invites you to communicate with integrity. Lish reminds you to protect your energy as you expand. The mood here is courageous, bright, and forward-leaning. It feels like stepping onto a road with a clear mind and a steady heart, not rushing, but finally moving. There is a lesson about alignment, how progress comes faster when your body, your voice, and your boundaries agree. This combination suggests that opportunities may open through conversation, writing, teaching, or a bold, honest message you have been holding back. And it teaches that the more you protect your clarity, the easier it is to hear the guidance that wants to lead you. Today's reflection is this: move with trust, speak with integrity, and guard your clarity as you step into what is next. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you in the next reflection.